Hey guys, it's Becky. I am back to do a Thrifty Thursday video. This week we're doing embossing folders, flowers, and doilies. So, Love Butterflies 1 suggested embossing folders. These are all the embossing folders I own, so I went ahead and pulled them all out. This one's a Christmas tree, so we're definitely not going to use this, but I have these here to use. I think, what do I have? 7 embossing folders. Then we have flowers. Caitlin Clary and Sharon Allen both requested flowers. I recently used these ones, but I went ahead and pulled these ones back out. Now the flowers could be interpreted several different ways, but I figured they were talking about these types of flowers, but I'm not 100% sure. I pulled these ones out as well, and then I have this little pack of some Prima flowers I pulled out. I'm not sure about the paper, so I don't know what kind of colors I'm going to be going with. But then I have these stickers that have printed flowers on them. These are about friends. I am going to be doing these photos of my best friend, Becky. She passed away in September, and I haven't really scrapped about that yet. I still don't want to, but I'm just going to scrap and talk about the day we met. It was kind of a story. And then I also have these flowers. They're burlap flowers with a little seed bead in the middle. And then the third thing was doilies, also suggested by Sharon Allen. So I got several white doilies. Again, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I have these burlap ones. They're kind of, well, they're kind of a canvas actually. And then I have this. It kind of could look like a doily, but also they're made up of little flowers. Can you see that? They're pretty cool. These came from Michael's. They're pretty neat. Look at that. It says they're removable stickers. I don't know. They seem pretty cool. This one you can tell I cut off one of the little flowers on it. Alright, so let's go see what I end up doing. Don't forget to go check out Leslie. I will have her linked down below, and go check her out to see what she ends up doing with the embossing folders, flowers, and doilies. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start out by using these scrap papers from My Mind's Eye Now and Then collection. I went ahead and dug back deep into the cupboards and kind of tried to find a collection that I don't think I've worked with for a while. And I found this one. I pulled it out. This is one of the first ones that I purchased when I started scrapbooking, because it was on one of those cheap deal sites. I think there used to be like Scrapbook Steals or something. I don't know if it's still a thing or not. You can see up in the top right hand corner, I'm also going to be using a sketch. That is why I'm trimming down this little cardstock piece right here. I'm making it a 10 by 10, and I'm going to border it with that navy blue paper. Now that navy blue paper is not My Mind's Eye. That is from Chamel. I got like a 24 pack for $3 or something like that at Tuesday Morning, but I really liked this side. I love blue. Oh, I like blue, I just do. So if I find a stack of those papers at Tuesday Morning and it's something very neutral like this, I will pick them up, and I will just end up having 24 of them. So when I initially did my embossing, I used 2 of the folders. One of them was kind of like really decorative shape I was going to use a layer, and the other one had kind of like big flowers on them. Well, the one that had the decorative shape on it that I wanted to use to layer, I don't know what I did. It's like I made it too tight, so all the embossing was ripping on it. I don't know. It's really weird. I don't think I've had that happen with an embossing folder before that I recall, but I don't do it that much to really have any idea. Does that make sense? I probably am not making sense. Remember when I did that last live video and I said I was getting sick? I did, and I was on my back for about 4 days. My entire weekend was gone. I was just in bed all weekend. I was in bed Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The entire time. It was pretty awful. This layout ended up taking me 5 days to do. You can hear in my voice, I am starting to get a little bit better. It's still a little bit in my chest, but I do have some NyQuil. and I took it. And it is almost bedtime. This video is going up late. It should be on Thursdays, hence Thrifty Thursdays, but it's probably not going to go up till Friday, possibly tonight if I can get it done before I need to go to bed. You can see the flowers up there at the top left. Now that's the ones from that other embossing folder that just had the flowers on them. I went ahead and just fussy cut them out, and I'm going to use them as flower embellishments. Now it's not exactly what I was going for, because like I said, I did really want to use that other one and use it kind of as layering, but that's okay. I ended up using the doilies for the layering bit, and it turned out pretty nice. We were going to do, what was it again, guys? Embossing folders, doilies, and oh, flowers, yes. I do also pull in some fabric flowers. I end up going with the burlap ones, and I use a cream color and also the little bit of a darker color that was in that same pack that I showed you at the beginning. At this point, I'm still trying to kind of go with the sketch a little bit, but I'm going to end up veering off when I find some alphas that I want to use for my title. I'm going to call this The Day We Met. Now, I told you in the beginning, these are, well, the one is my best friend Becky and I, and then the ones at the bottom are only her. We don't have, or I don't have, that many photos of the two of us together. It's really odd. But I have a lot of photos of her, and you know, I also mentioned she passed away, so I can't exactly say, hey Becky, let's go take photos, you know. So yeah, it's odd. So I went ahead and used that photo of us. Now, even though this photo is fairly recent photo within the last couple of years, the story I'm telling is from the day we met. That was about, geez, I don't know, maybe 25 years ago. And I worked at this company. I haven't wrote my journaling down here yet. I will write it on here, but I want to get it worded right before I go and try and write on the page. Anyways, I worked at this embroidery company. And embroidery machines and manufacturing companies are big, right? They're like 12 heads, 18 heads, something like that. Well, either or. I was running one of those 12 head machines, and Becky, it was her first day at work, and my boss came over and was like, hey Becky, this is Becky. Becky's starting working here today, blah, 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 you know. And we're like, hi. And he was like, you're going to be training her. And I was like, okay, well, that's cool. Well, all of a sudden, people start running through the floor in the manufacturing area. They're just running out the back door. They're like, get out, get out, get out, get out. Like there was a fire or something. And we all go running out the back door. And what happened was, one of the ladies' husbands came in with a firearm looking for her. And Becky's looking at me and she's like, oh my word. It was her very first day working there. She'd been there 5 minutes and we had to go running out the back door. And she's like, I think I might have made a mistake by coming to work here. It was funny. She ended up staying there for a few years. So it didn't end up being a mistake. That's the only time that happened. And that was like, you know, back in the day where that wasn't something that you kind of expect to happen. Unfortunately, you see that now all the time. Crazy people doing crazy stuff like that. But back at that point in time, that didn't really happen very often. So that's the very first day Becky and I met. I was training her to be an embroidery machine operator. And we had to make a quick escape so we didn't get shot up because of some man and some woman having an argument. And anyways, I don't know exactly how I'm going to word the story because as you heard me tell you this, it's all miscombobulated and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. So I really need to sit and think it out with real words while I'm not medicated, preferably. Now, I don't know why I used that ginormous font. I just saw it there and I hadn't ever used it yet. And I was like, oh man, that looks really cool. I knew my story was going to be long. Had I really thought it out better, I might have searched for a different font, but when I saw it, I just fell in love with it, and I'm like, yes, I like the brown, yes. So that's what I went with. It might cause me problems when it gets to the journaling point, so I don't know, we'll see. I did pull out a chipboard piece and put it under our photo, and it says together on there. So basically I'm just going to have those 3 clusters, but then I'm also going to end up moving one up also, so I will end up having 4 actually, because I'll put one up there by where you can see how I have that laid out. There's kind of the space by the Y in day and the E in we. I wanted to fill that up a little bit. I am using that art glitter glue to put down most of the flowers and also to put down the burlap flowers. It worked really well with the burlap flowers, FYI. I kind of was a little nervous about that one up there by that chipboard piece because it was not wanting to stick, but it's dry now and I'm picking at it and it's sticking. So that's good. Now in each of these clusters, of the 3 clusters by the photos, I did pop one of the flowers that were embossed. I did pop one of those flowers up on a little piece of foam tape. Here I just turned my layout upside down so that I could see what I was doing a little better without getting my face or my head in there. I was toying around with sticking on another piece of chipboard, but I'm not going to end up doing it. I will cut this whole process out where I am putting down this alpha. Now I got to looking at this and I didn't like the way those flowers looked. They just didn't look finished. So I ended up pulling out enamel dots and some gems. And I think I tried out like 3 or 4 different things. I don't show you me doing that, but you can see the disaster on my desk, the remnants from me doing that. And nothing looked right to my eyes. If I would have left that in there, it would have added 2 more minutes on this video. And it's video is pretty long as it is for me to be talking. You see all that scattered mess? I end up finding some wood dots. They're kind of dimensional, but that's okay. I ended up having 2 packs of them, which was good because I ran out of the color I wanted. I'm using the white, not white, nope. They're the light colored wood dots in the center of the 4 top flowers. Does that make sense? Each cluster has 2 flowers, basically, except for that one. Anyways, just the one that the center is showing, that's where I put the dot. So I do scatter that around. I toyed with tucking in, like right here, I was going to tuck some in around the page. I was like, that's too much. And so I just end up taking that off. After I do that, I don't do anything else to this layout. I didn't want to do splatters because, again, the journaling, I have not done it. I want to put some thought into that. So there you go. I don't do anything else in this layout. I'm going to thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure you go check out Leslie's for Thrifty Thursday and see how she used doilies, embossing folders, and flowers. I'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah, I'm going to link her down below. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.